All of the websites you see right now were built with Opus 5 and the new Seedance 2.5. I found a way to finally eliminate the AI slop that Claude Code just couldn't stop generating. So today I'm going to show you how I did it and what skills and prompts I've used so you can produce websites like these for your clients as well in pretty much one shot. So let me start by showing you the final result. So this is a website for a fictional craft chocolate company called Verda, and the hero section, the hero video, is supposed to show the journey that the product goes through. So if I start scrolling through, we can see the plant being collected, and notice the headings and subheadings change when I scroll through so that they kind of show different phases that the product is supposed to go through. So this is where the seeds are collected, and this is where they're dried probably, and we can find out more about the exact process right here. And if I keep going, this is where we arrive at the final product. So we've got the nice little eco logo in the top right as well. And if I keep going, this is where we can see the final product like this. So this was the hero section that was supposed to show the journey. And if I keep going, this is where we'll have more information about the product itself. So we can see the timeline or the different kind of phases that the chocolate goes through, and I can click on different lots to find out more about them as well. So if I keep scrolling, we've got a little FAQ section here, I think. So how we work, 3 decisions that shape the bar. And if I keep going, I love the fact that the model actually used the shots from the video as images for the website. And those are animated as well. If I hover over them, they kind of expand a little bit, which is what I love. And if I keep going, so this was the actual final product. And it's got a CTA here to reserve a bar via email. I'm not sure that's the most effective way to actually sell chocolate bars, but I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, that wasn't the point of this demo. The point of this demo was to show you the capabilities of Opus 5 and Seedance 2.5. So the step number 1 that we need to do is we need to create a place for us to actually generate the website. So the way to do it is to create a new folder somewhere in your files. I usually create mine in documents. So if I do right click and then new folder, I can call it whatever. So I can say test folder, and this is where our website is going to live on our machine. So now that we have our folder created, I'm going to head over to Claude Code, and I'm going to make sure that we have the folder selected. So right here in the bottom left, you can see the folder name. So if you click this and then you browse folders and make sure that you find the folder that you just created and make sure that you select it. So this will allow Claude to work within just this one folder. So now that we have a place to store a website, and also we connected that to Claude Code, the next step is to have a skill installed, and the skill that we're going to use today is called Impeccable. So this is the GitHub. I'm going to give you a link to it in the description as well so you can access it, and I'm not going to go over exactly how the skill works. It's quite comprehensive, but in a nutshell, what it's supposed to do is it's supposed to find the typical AI slop elements on websites, such as those ones. So we've got the italic font, different vibe coded elements, and it's supposed to turn websites into something that looks more like this. So it's a lot less vibe coded looking with, well, without the inter, without the italic, and without all the typical elements that you see on the AI slop websites like this one. So this is the Impeccable skill, and by far the easiest way to install it is to simply copy the GitHub link. So I'm going to do Command C or Control C if you're on PC, and if you head over to Claude Code. So what I'm going to say is, here is a GitHub repo. Can you install this skill for me? But before you do, can you analyze the repo? Make sure that there isn't anything dangerous or malicious included there, and only take from the repo what you actually need for the skill to run and install it for me. So what that's going to do is that's going to check the repo for anything that can potentially hurt your machine. So any prompt injection stuff, anything malicious. And that's what I usually do. And that's what I usually recommend people do as well, because those are repos created by the communities and mostly they're going to be safe, but there's a slight chance that they might come with something that you don't want to have on your machine, which is why I run this little check here. So we're going to run this prompt and it's going to install the skill. That shouldn't take longer than a few minutes to install. And now that we have the skill installed, the next thing that we need is the actual video itself, because we are not going to just hand over everything to Claude Code and expect the beautiful result in one go, right? We actually need to put some manual work into it. And this is where the human part comes in. So we're gonna go ahead and generate a video with Seedance 2.5 ourselves. And there are a couple of ways you can do it. So one of them is through Higgsfield, and this is probably the most popular right now. A lot of YouTubers are gonna tell you to just use Higgsfield, but in reality, if you're not producing those types of assets on a regular basis, it doesn't actually make sense cost-wise to use Higgsfield. You're much better off just using the pay-as-you-go platforms such as Replicate to generate those assets. And if you are generating assets regularly for clients or for yourself, then by all means, Higgsfield is the right way to go. But just make sure that you obviously review the pricing and make sure that it actually makes sense for you to be on Higgsfield. Otherwise, Replicate is more than enough. You get access to exact same models here. As you can see, we've got Seedance 2.5, and this is where I've actually got the video from that you saw on the website. So if I play this, you can see that this is the exact same video that I saw a second ago. And this is the step number 3. So we're gonna have a video generated. But the issue with generating videos through Replicate or Higgsfield is that they tend to be in 30 FPS or less, which isn't ideal for our use case here because we want to have this nice little smooth effect when someone scrolls through the website. And you just can't achieve that with the 30 FPS video. So what you need is to turn that video into a 60 FPS video. And there are a number of ways you can do it. So if you literally go to Google and then search for turning 30 FPS video into 60 FPS, you're going to have a number of options come up. But if you have CapCut Pro, then this is how you do it. So you create a new project and you upload a video that you just generated. And what you do is you slow the video down to 0.5 and then you apply a slow-mo to it. So if you click on slow-mo and then make sure that you select this option right here. So it might take a few minutes to generate, but once it does, you're gonna export the video at the maximum settings. So make sure that you have 4K and 60 FPS selected. Then you're gonna export the video, and then you're gonna create a new project, and then you're just gonna upload the video that you just exported a second ago, and then you're simply gonna increase the speed to 2x. So effectively, we are bringing the speed back to normal, and this is why you export the video again in maximum settings, so 4K and 60 FPS. And this is how you can achieve the smooth scroll through effect, just like this one. So this is how we do it. And once we have the folder set up, we have the skill installed, and we have the actual video, the next step is to generate some assets for us. So literally the only asset I generated for this one was the product, as you can see here. So I just generated this one right here. And what I did with that was I went to the folder that I created. So as you can see, this is where I uploaded my video. So hero video final, and I created a subfolder for assets. So if I click on this, this is the chocolate_bar, and that's literally the image that you saw a second ago. So this one right here. And so you can upload as many assets as you wish to it. But I just uploaded one in this case, and Claude actually used this as a part of the CTA, which is cool. So now that we have all the assets, all the videos, the final step is to use the prompt that I show you right here. So this prompt is supposed to take all of the information and then turn it into a website. So this is where you provide your website idea. So you just delete this and then you simply dictate or paste your website idea. And that can be as simple as a website for a marketing agency offering services to a B2B clients. And then the website is supposed to invite the visitors to book a call. You know, that can be as simple as or as complex as you wish. And then this is where you obviously provide the video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy all of this and then come over to Claude. Or actually, I'm just going to copy part of it and then come over here because I want to show you how to deal with the videos and assets. Once you upload all of the assets to the specific folder, what you're going to do is you're going to delete all of this here, and then you're simply gonna select the file that you just uploaded. So in my case, it was hero video final right here. And for the assets, I'm just gonna delete this as well. And then it was saved under the assets subfolder. So I'm just gonna select that. And remember to paste your idea here and you're good to go. Just make sure that you actually copy and paste the full prompt, not just a portion of it. Here is another example that I generated as well. So this is supposed to be a website for a listing for a real estate agency. So this is a luxury home, and the idea that I had for this was I wanted to have like a drone fly through experience through the property itself. So if I keep scrolling on here, we're gonna have the kind of drone view through the website with different headings appearing at the correct places. So this is the great room, this is the living room. And if I keep going, this is where we've got the kitchen here, and with all the different elements that the kitchen is made up of. And you can see that drone kind of turning through the corner like this. It's gonna come through the bedroom, and we're gonna go over to the bathroom, I think. Yeah, the bathroom. And then finally we're gonna end up at the terrace. I'm not sure why you would want to have a terrace exit like right from the bathroom, but I don't know, maybe that's how you design houses nowadays. I don't know. But anyway, this wasn't the point of this demo. So yeah, anyway, if I keep scrolling, we're gonna have some more details about the property. So this is where you can find out more about it. I've got the actual details right here, how big it is, and materials used to create it. And right here, we've got a section with the pictures. And once again, I love the fact that the model actually used the pictures from the video as images for the website. So I can even expand them. So if I click on it, it's going to expand like this. So let me just close it. So this looks like an actual listing, right? And if I keep going, so I've got the FAQ here as well. And then finally, we've got a CTA. So 4.7 million euros for a house with a nice exit to the terrace through the bathroom. Not bad, not bad. But that's not all, because I've got one more template for you. And if I close all of this, I've got a template to e-commerce. So this one is tailored to the e-commerce stores. If you are designing a store, then this is the template that you should use. So it's gonna work in a very similar way. We've got a website ID at the top. We've got the videos and the assets, but we've also got a section with the product list. So this is where you can provide a list of products, categories, prices, and things like that you want to have on your store. And one other thing that I've done here was I gave Claude Code access to replicate. So I gave it my replicate API key, and I instructed it in the prompt to go ahead and generate all the assets for me. So all the product images. So let's take a look how it came out, because I was pretty proud of the final result for this one. So this is the hero video. Once again, if we scroll through, we're gonna play the video, and it's going to zoom on different elements of the clothing. So just take a look at this. So if I scroll through, it's going to zoom on the watch, and we're going to have details of this watch and the price as well. And if I keep going, we're going to move over to the necklace. And once again, we've got the description here. And next one is the t-shirt. So what material it was made of. And if I keep going, we've got the ring as well. And once again, the price. And that's it. So this was the hero section. I was really proud with the concept I came up with. So if I keep going, this is where I've got a catalog of products. So as I said, I just gave the model access to my replicate API key, and then it generated all the images for me. And just take a look how accurate and how consistent they are. They've got almost the same background, and I love how minimalistic each of them are. This is the exact style I was going for. So you can see that we've got 18 different products, and we can even sort them by color as well. So let's see if add to cart works. So if I click on add, so I can add elements to the cart, and if I click on the cart itself, so this is a demo checkout, and if I click this, yeah, it's gonna say it's a demo, so I can just empty a cart like this. So it all works up to the checkout point, which is cool. And if I just scroll through the website just to show you what it actually looks like, so buy less of it, wear all of it, this is the CTA, and again, we've got the shot from the video as the CTA image as well. I love it. So that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.